your side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Well, we had some sunshine today, but the clouds are beginning to move right back on in. And a view from the village, the tower cam from the village at Meridian shows the darkening skies. Right in here, you see some gusty winds and some of those showers picking on up. And so we'll see maybe an increase this evening as we're reaching the warmth of the day, the maximum heating of the day. That's when you can get showers and storms to form. But right now, we've got cloudy skies in some locations, partly cloudy skies in other locations, and a temperature on the cool side at 53 degrees right now. When the sun is shining, that's not so bad, but when we get the clouds around, that's when it feels even cooler. So that'd be the case. You may be dodging a couple of showers this evening. But I wanted to talk to you about the pollen count from the Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic. Look at the scale down here. 0 to 30 is low. This is moderate. 30 to 60. 60 to 150 is high. Extreme is anything above 150. We are at 450. It is mostly all cottonwood, juniper, and then ash is a little bit more of a distant third place. This is the tree pollen. Now, if you're not near any cottonwood trees, you're not going to experience a pollen count like this. But if you're down by the river, by the green belt, the pollen count's probably even higher than what you're seeing right here. It gets brutal this time of year, and so if you've been sneezing, you can always give them a call and ask what you can do about this, because that is on the high side. And some folks that typically don't have allergies, when you have the pollen count that's off the scale like this, you might be affected by it, and it may stick around for a little while. But if we can get some rain, we can wash some of that pollen out of the air, at least briefly, and I think that'll start to happen as we get to the end of the week. There's an isolated shower in eastern Oregon, northwest of Jordan Valley, tracking to the northeast, may head towards Homedale in the next hour or so, and those isolated showers might increase. They may die down a little bit as the sun goes down, but then later tonight more could increase from the west. We're in the 50s in the valley. Saw some snow flying up around Stanley today, and around Sun Valley we've got the snow falling. We'll look at a ski report coming up. Had an inch of new snow in some of the Idaho ski areas. There's the moisture coming in from the south and west. There's more moisture down here in southwest Oregon that continues to rotate around our low pressure area. The bottom line is we'll increase the showers, but the weather pattern for the next day and a half is in and out of the clouds and in and out of the showers. And then as we head towards Friday and Saturday, we may be seeing more of that overcast with a good soaking rain, and we'll get a lot of moisture, as we call it, orographically enhanced. In other words, as the wind rides up the mountains, the higher elevations tend to get more precipitation, and that'll certainly be the case with this moisture. There's a lot of it here to the west. That'll just work its way in, and we'll see plenty of moisture for the time being. Now, I want to zoom back to the northeast. Take a look at this low pressure system right here. This is what they call a meteorological bomb that is sitting offshore, tracking to the northeast. Boston has some heavy snow, and the Cape Cod and the islands here, Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, had wind gusts of 75 miles an hour and about 6 inches of snow. That storm system just far enough offshore to not cause a problem for the U.S., but had a report of 112 mile an hour wind gust. We're talking over an hour's time frame. Winds were gusting that high up in Nova Scotia, and heavy snow coming down. This is a winter hurricane in the northeast. Just crazy weather going on there, but we've got our weather coming in. Look at all this rain. Could be 3/4 of an inch of moisture in the valley, at least a couple of inches in the mountains, and so plenty of moisture heading on in. It'll be scattered showery precipitation. Midnight you see showers coming through, maybe nothing in the morning, but as it moves through the day tomorrow, we get more showers coming in as well, and heavy snow could fly above 6,500 feet. The ski areas will get snow out of this. Tomorrow in the valley, a little bit breezy at times, especially in the afternoon. Temperatures only in the 50s. We may get some glimpses of sun, but it will stay cool and showery generally. And in the mountains, snow levels 5,000 feet. You'll get snow in McCall. Overnight, it could be a couple of inches, then it will melt a little bit, then maybe a little more snow in the grass with wet roadways. You'll be right on the cusp there at 5,000 feet. Higher elevations getting the snow. It won't be 349 in Stanley. I promise I'll update that. 34 degrees is likely what we'll see in the afternoon. Had snow in Stanley. 50 and windy, and the scattered showers in the Magic Valley coming up tomorrow. My on your side extended forecast. We start to increase that moisture as we move through the week, and this pattern lasts all the way through Tuesday of next week with temperatures in the 50s and more moisture coming in. And so I mentioned you don't have to maybe turn your sprinklers on just yet. We didn't really have much rain today, but it is on the way. It takes a little while to develop, but boy, Friday and Saturday could be a soaker.
Oh, geez.
It's that way. All right. Thanks, Scott.